Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webinar powered by Royal Cyber in collaboration with MuleSoft. My name is Ali, and I'll be your host and one of the speakers for today. Now, some ground rules for a smoother experience before we begin. If you cannot see my screen or hear me properly, kindly notify me at the chat window located at the right side of the pan. Now, during the presentation, you can post your questions and comments in the chat box anytime. Also, there will be a dedicated session for question and answers towards the end of this presentation. Your questions will be answered in the sequence in which they are received. Additionally, you can post your questions or write to us for a follow-up information on the email ID shown here. Finally, we would love to hear back from you about today's session by completing a short survey, which will be shared towards the tail end. Okay, so in the next 45 minutes, we will discuss how to transform your order management using AI-driven B2B integration with intelligent document processing and Salesforce. Okay. So now to present this topic, I'd like to introduce the speakers first. So by the way, that's me on the left side, and I am the practice lead at Royal Cyber, focusing on helping customers get their best ROI on their digital transformation journey. And alongside with me are two of my great colleagues, wonderful friends, and knowledgeable speakers, Mr. Heather Raza and Ms. Ramya. I'd like to pass this on to Heather for a brief intro, starting with you, Heather.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. I am Heather Raza, working as a Senior Solution Architect at Royal Cyber in integration and middleware space. I have around more than 16 years experience, primarily in integration and middleware domain. And I think that's all.
Great. Over to you, Ramya.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ramya, and I am a Senior Manager Channel Architect at Salesforce. And I work specifically with MuleSoft and have been in the ecosystem for nearly 9 years now. And I design go-to-market solutions so that the partner that I'm working with can basically bring the innovation that MuleSoft has to the general public. I also have been a MuleSoft developer for 8+ years of my career. So I have a ton of experience with MuleSoft. Thank you for the opportunity, Ali.
Thank you very much. Great. This is fantastic. Now let's dive into the topic. But before we go into that, first thing first, let's have a glance at the Royal Cyber first. So we're a mid-sized IT consulting and digital transformation company specialized in services, solutions, and softwares. We have over 2,000 plus employees globally. Our headquarters is in Naperville, Illinois, and we have a global presence with offices in Canada, the UK, Australia, and the Middle East. We do offer multiple offshore development centers, which are located in India and other Asian countries. And our strategic partnership with several technology companies providing best of the breed software and solutions such as MuleSoft, Salesforce, SAP, etc., coupled with business agility and following the Sun delivery model makes Royal Cyber an obvious choice for our customers globally. We've got some of the awards and recognitions as well. We're an ISO 9001, 27001 certified as well, and we've got a couple of other certifications as well. Now, let's look at the agenda for today, and I think this is very exciting. We'll start by discussing what a successful B2B landscape looks like, the common challenges faced in B2B automation, and the best practices to overcome these challenges. We'll then dive into the use case on purchase order automation, detailing how our solution automates the end-to-end order management process. We'll also highlight the benefits of our approach and the technologies we use, and provide a detailed explanation of how our solution works. And finally, we'll demonstrate the solution in action with a live demo and conclude this with a question and answer session, for which I will request everybody to participate and ask as many questions as you can. And of course, you'll have to fill out the survey as well, which will be shared towards the tail end. Now, moving forward, let's look at what is the successful B2B system looks like. So now, to envision a successful B2B system, every organization requires a smooth integration from front and the back end, requires immediate data updates and visibility across systems of truth and all the auxiliary systems, reduce manual intervention with automated workflows, ease of capability to changing different business needs and partner requirements with time to time, and lower cost of total ownership with modernized system. And that being said, obviously these are the key important factors when we look at any successful B2B system. Now, usually what we have seen is, and the reason we want to sort of pitch all of this is because that we've seen a lot of challenges during our implementations, and we've seen that organizations face a lot of B2B challenges. Now, what are those challenges basically? And we want to typically talk about those first. That probably every organization who's using B2B, somehow or the other they face kind of challenges which are related to B2B market challenges, and that too, to reflect those own experience, it has an impact on your business. So definitely it has a lot of challenges. Now, let me ask some of the basic questions to my audience at the moment. Have a successful implementation of B2B requires what? Like, have you had to implement costly point-to-point solutions to address the immediate needs? Like, how do these solutions impacted your overall B2B strategies and long-term goals? And then many of the organizations they face a daunting tasks of updating their B2B system, so whether they are self-hosted or on the cloud. So how does this impact your ability to seamlessly collaborate with partners and suppliers, and what hurdles did you encounter in onboarding for example new partners quickly? Because obviously new partners are coming in at a very different frequency. So how do you sort of manage that? And in the past year, did you experience disruption or challenges in your supply chain? And how did these issues translate into a financial losses and operational setbacks for your business? And of course, were your staff and your system prepared to handle the recent changes and upgrades, or did you notice any increase in maintenance cost and the resources needed to support your existing infrastructure? Now, all of these questions I am asking specifically because these are some of those key challenges that almost every organization where we go and do the implementation somehow or the other faces these kind of challenges. And do you find yourself lacking access to business critical data? I mean, we have seen that a lot, but how is this data gap hindered your decision making and overall business performance? And of course, when you're managing these challenges of modern legacy B2B systems, what are the key obstacles that you face, and how do you address them to ensure that you have a smooth transition and upgrades? And of course, we have seen that organizations are generally struggling with customer order errors, with broken supply chains. So how does this affect overall for the customer satisfaction and business disruptions? So these key areas are the factors which actually creates a lot of challenges for the organization. And to address those today, we want to talk about all of these in detail with you. Moving forward, I want to talk about these best practices for B2B automation. So I've talked about those challenges, but let's just talk about those best practices. And these best practices are basically to be ideally all the organizations actually should follow the best practices, but somehow or the other somehow some organizations manage to do it, some don't. But to address these kind of challenges, we recommend some of the key following practices. Like, for example, standard data formats is something which is crucial for every organization. So if you're using consistent data format, it reduces the complexity and improves the integration across systems. Then how can you leverage the intelligent automation? That is another big question that usually organizations may ask. And to answer to that, of course, implementing intelligent automation tools can enhance your efficiency and accuracy by handling those repetitive tasks. And today in the demonstration, we will also showcase one of the examples to you that how this intelligent automation is coming into the picture. Uh, the third more important point is that how do organizations ensure seamless integrations? And this is one of the key challenge that I have, in fact, most of us have actually seen that, integrating multiple systems seamlessly, ensuring smooth data flow, and of course process continuously. But does that really happen in today's B2B market? Actually not. So these are the kind of best practices that we are specifically uh, putting in, so that organizations actually start thinking about those best practices. Enhancing the data security and compliance, which strengthen your data security measures and ensure compliance with regulation, protect your business and customer information. You can optimize your workflow efficiency by streamlining those workflow, minimizes bottlenecks and accelerate those processes. Then implementing those real-time trackings is also very, very important, which includes the real-time tracking for the update information, enabling proactive decision making, right? What is exactly happening? Where's the order right now? How can you track all of this? So all the minimalistic details you can actually capture on a real-time basis, and then you can track it. Enable scalability. So designing a scalable solution, of course, allows you to actually process your growth with the business. Like as your business grow, you'll be able to sort of capitalize on the scalability as well. Foster the effective communication, which ensures clear and consistent communication with customers and partners, improves relationships and satisfaction. Again, it is a continuous improvement, right? So regularly reviewing and improving the processes, ensuring that they remain effective and create a lot of efficiency for the organizations. And last, which is one of the key impact, that is regular updates. So all the systems, keeping in mind that that they needs to be updated all the time to ensure that you're leveraging the latest features and security enhancements. That is something which is the key here. So these regular update has to be there in order for to ensure that you'll attain the maximum results and achieve the best automation. Now let's explore how MuleSoft can assist us in applying these practices to address and overcome those B2B challenges. And for that, I'd like to request Ramya to just step up and talk about a little bit on the MuleSoft side and how MuleSoft can help the organizations in general. Over to you, Ramya.
Thank you so much. We heard him mention a few of the B2B challenges, especially like point-to-point integrations, complexity, a while, like a long while of problems that people are facing. But I want to tell you what MuleSoft is and what we can do to overcome the challenges that are there in the market today. So we were actually one of the first iPaaS solutions way back in 2006. And we introduced the concept of API-led connectivity, and we started helping customers to create composable businesses. So over the period of time, we have expanded our portfolio to include automation, including the acquisition of RPA vendor service trace, and we also added universal API management. In 2018, we were acquired by Salesforce, which basically just accelerated our ability to connect third-party applications to customer data within Salesforce and across all of the different sales clouds and service clouds and market cloud, all of that. We've also continued to lower the barrier to entry so that everybody can innovate, from pro code users to low code users. Most recently, we bought Salesforce Flow and orchestration capabilities into the fold of MuleSoft, and we are continuing to invest in AI. Earlier this year, we launched Einstein Copilot, a conversation AI assistant, and MuleSoft empowers Copilot to drive outcomes for employees and customers across all of the systems in a company's IT real estate, basically. MuleSoft helps our customers achieve scale, and we power about 7.56 billion transactions per day. Integration transactions, like billion with a B. Now more than ever, retailers are focused on managing their operations in order to thrive and survive. The current world is so constantly changing, and the retail operating terms and real retailers need real-time visibility into data so that they can make their business decisions quickly. So where do you focus now? I want to draw your attention to these three things that I want to take from this presentation. First thing is that retailers need to connect data from disparate systems, including legacy and online systems, to provide a single source of truth. Product information should be consistent regardless where the employees are looking or the shoppers want to shop from. Next is they need to streamline all manual processes. Manual processes are basically just wasted time, they're wasted money and wasting resources. And it also exposes your businesses to unnecessary risk. Retailers need a platform that will enable agile processes and eliminate as much of manual processes as possible. Finally, the need is to accelerate the implementation of new programs. Click and collect is a must-have for retailers because it's table stakes for shoppers. The truth is that retailers may not survive if they don't activate new programs to meet and pick up customers' expectations. Well, if you don't do it, your competitor will, and they will survive and you will lose. So the need is to make sure that you're accelerating your time to market. So how exactly do you follow these three steps? Well, the answer is integration, and MuleSoft is the one that helps you do it. The digital landscape right now has changed immensely, and over the past decade, it has evolved. The rapid rise of smartphones means that brands need to innovate quickly with sleek front-end designs and focus on building optimized, connected customer experiences. Traditional commerce architecture is tightly coupled with your commerce engine and your core backend commerce data, requiring developers to synchronously modify both the front end and the back end code all together when building new commerce experiences. For example, to build a new experience for a gaming console, a developer has to connect the commerce engine, which powers the search, it powers the cart, and ensures product availability with core commerce data, such as inventory and price data, which are often held in legacy or siloed systems. Since the components are built with point-to-point connections and custom code, any new technology that needs to be added has to be added by rebuilding the entire code from the ground up. Over time, as you keep adding tools and adding front ends and views and backends, a simple task of creating a new experience becomes complex, costly, and difficult to change to the point that it's actually slowing you down and slows down innovation. So what do we do? MuleSoft has built a new approach by using APIs, out-of-the-box connectors, and pre-built integration templates to unlock data from downstream systems and make the APIs available for others to build up to solve complex business processes and innovate on top of all of this. In order to remain resilient through the changing project scope and customer needs, now and making your code future-proof by reusing APIs from previous projects, you can launch new customer experiences much, much faster. How did we architect the solution, right? We are embarking on a platform-to-platform connectivity that leverages MuleSoft's API-led approach to integration. One IBM Sterling order management solution, Anypoint Connector, accelerates API connectivity across the Salesforce clouds so that inventory across retail stores, distribution centers, dark stores, and warehouses, everything is accessible simultaneously. The same connector can consume orders from every channel, every app, and provide one unified picture of order status and order history as well. The layered approach to APIs enables greater reusability and reduced total cost of ownership. IBM Services and Blue Wolf have been engaged in countless successful implementations of IBM Sterling Order Management, and it's now poised to partner with you to bring the new message and transformative story to any customer that you take it to. The main messaging of MuleSoft in between all of this is, number one, we speed up solution delivery. We accelerate the customer's time to value by making it cheaper, faster, and easier to implement your product because you're already doing the work to divide your system into reusable building blocks. You can grow your customer value by connecting with new systems and data to increase that value that the customer is putting in you. And then finally, because you take the effort to do all of this and break down your systems into smaller reusable APIs, you can focus on innovating and not just point-to-point integration. Instead of spending all your technical resources on integrating this new connection that you want to do, you can invest in innovation that will actually help you stand out in the market. An API-led connectivity approach allows your retailers to focus on processes rather than worrying about the data within the systems. Retailers can modernize their systems by unlocking them to speak to one another and create a single source of truth. Let's take a look at this layered approach. We have something called system APIs, which basically unlock data from systems like Salesforce, SAP, IBM OMS, JD Edwards, etc., and connect them together to create these connected experiences. They are the foundation of your businesses to build your governance, to make sure that your system is compliant, secure, and scalable. Then we have the second layer called the process APIs. The process APIs blend the information from the system APIs and create reusable APIs that are needed across your business. For example, one unified customer profile, a unified inventory profile. So all of these are created in the process layer. Process APIs streamline processes, just as the name says. Retailers run operations and thrive on consistency and efficiency. And you can build that by building these reusable building blocks that surface all the real-time information to whoever needs it at that point. And finally, we have the third layer called the experience APIs, which are what that helps to deliver the shopper experience. Experience APIs will accelerate implementation of shopper-facing programs, which is critical in this world today. It's now so easy to add a new channel. If you have a web interface, it's so easy to reuse your system and process APIs and add a new mobile API experience to provide that mobile access to your customer. You're eliminating the underlying complexity by splitting your systems into these three different API layers. Each of these layers give the retailers the agility to implement changes without disrupting the entire network. And that's because you're not building from scratch, you're reusing what you've already built. The reusability of APIs allow retailers to deliver solutions 2.5 times faster than using point-to-point connections with much less complexity and a much lower cost. And now I will hand it back to Ali to go over how we can leverage MuleSoft and automate your retail purchase order systems.
Thank you, Ramya. So from here, I'd request my colleague Heather to take this up and just explain the use case of a purchase order automation and take you through the demo as well. Over to you, Heather.
Sure. Thank you, Ali. Let's delve into a specific use case that is automating the purchase order process. In many organizations, purchase orders are received via email and then manually processed. This manual intervention often leads to delays, errors, and inefficiencies. By automating this process, we can significantly improve speed and accuracy. Here is a current manual process. After receiving an email from a customer, the selling agent must manually download, read, and enter data into Salesforce order management system. They then check inventory and, if necessary, place a back order manually if the inventory is low. If sufficient inventory is available, the agent acknowledges the customer by drafting and sending the purchase order received via email. This process is time-consuming and prone to human error. Here is how we automate the end-to-end order management process. Our system automatically captures incoming purchase orders from emails using RPA. The purchase orders are uploaded to MuleSoft IDP service, and IDP automatically and accurately extracts relevant data fields from these documents. The extracted data is then sent to Salesforce through a system API integration, and hence all the purchase orders are automatically inserted into Salesforce order management system. The system automatically generates back orders to ensure fulfillment. For partners requiring electronic data interchange, EDI, the system converts the orders to the appropriate format using MuleSoft B2B Partner Manager. Finally, the system sends automated acknowledgement back to the original customer via email. Now let's move on to a live demonstration. We will show you how our solution processes a purchase order from receipt to completion, highlighting the efficiency and accuracy of our automation. So this is an example of an email sent by a customer to the seller with a purchase order attachment. The purchase order can be scanned, image, or a PDF. Let's mark this email as unread so that the RPA can read it. Our robotic process automation orchestration flow scans the inbox for incoming PO emails, download attachments, and sends them to a MuleSoft intelligent document processing service for accurate and efficient data extraction. And finally, it inserts the extracted purchase order information into Salesforce. Let's trigger the process. We can also deploy and schedule the process to run on a scheduled interval. While the process runs, let's briefly have a look at MuleSoft IDP. MuleSoft IDP uses advanced AI algorithms to automate document processing from diverse formats like PDFs or images. This is where you can upload your initial document templates, and IDP will help you extract relevant information using Einstein AI capabilities. So you can also incorporate manual review, and finally, it helps seamlessly integrate extracted data with downstream systems using the published APIs. So here we can see these are all the fields that are extracted from the purchase order, and we can also incorporate manual human review tasks. And finally, if we go to Exchange and view the operations, we can see that it automatically enables API-led operations for this document, so that we can submit and retrieve the extracted fields. So our MuleSoft RPA process is complete. So, and it has extracted all the data fields using IDP, and now it's inserted into Salesforce via MuleSoft System API. So we have a MuleSoft System API over here, which was used by the RPA to insert data into Salesforce. So in the Salesforce view, we can refresh this. And now we can see that like the data has been inserted into Salesforce, and this provides us a real-time visibility, tracking, and management of orders. We can see the order status is pending. We have also developed an Einstein chatbot named Procure Assist, which enhances customer interaction and support. Let's run some prompts to interact with the orders. Status pending. Say, you can check the vendor information for again our purchase order 53. So this was the vendor information stored in Salesforce for this purchase order. And finally, we can also like use this assistant to update, for example, something about orders in Salesforce. So for example, this purchase order 53, we can change it to, for example, acknowledge. For example, if we come back and refresh this page, you can see that order status has been updated from pending to acknowledged. Finally, let's move to MuleSoft Partner Manager, which facilitates seamless B2B transactions and integration with partners. In our use case, the Partner Manager sends the purchase order in a X12 850 EDI format via SFTP and receives the 855 EDI message back as an automated acknowledgement received. This one is the latest one. We can open, we can see the backend submitted purchase order in the form of a JSON file, and Partner Manager converted this purchase order information into a X12 850 message, which was sent to the partner via SFTP. You can verify this file has been sent to partner in an EDI format through SFTP. So this is the file. So this is a 850 message that was sent to the partner using the EDI X12 standard. And finally, the RPA process will send an acknowledgement email to the original non-EDI customer, which will look something like this. So all of this can be like automated. And this concludes our demo. So let's go back to presentation. Our solution leverages the following technologies. So from the MuleSoft automation offerings, we are using MuleSoft RPA, which helps us to automate repetitive tasks, reducing manual effort and errors. We are using MuleSoft Intelligent Document Processing Service to extract data from various document formats accurately and efficiently. We are using Salesforce Order Management, which provides real-time visibility, tracking, and management of orders. We are using MuleSoft B2B Partner Manager for seamless B2B transactions and integrations with EDI and non-EDI partners. We used Salesforce Einstein chatbot for enhanced customer interaction and support. And we also used MuleSoft Anypoint platform, which is basically an integration platform for connecting applications, data, and devices, both on-premise and in the cloud. Our solution brings several benefits. First of all, end-to-end automation. Once a purchase order is received, the entire process is automated, eliminating the need for manual intervention. Second, reduced errors and faster processing. So instead of a manual approach, this automation minimizes data entry errors and significantly speeds up the order management process. As we can see in our demo, that the whole process was complete in less than 2 minutes. And with this, I will hand over back to Ali.
Thank you, Heather. This is great. It's a great demonstration, and really like the steps. So now here's the big question. Why Royal Cyber and MuleSoft? How this tag team can help the organization to win against the competition. So the first thing is that Royal Cyber is a crest partner of Salesforce and MuleSoft and excels in digital transformation, as I've already talked about it, with expertise in B2B, API management, integration, and automation. That means we have delivered ground-up solutions from B2B, API management, integrations, automations, and all that. We have strong presence in Salesforce, MuleSoft, and RPA practices, along with advanced Gen AI capabilities. Our portfolio includes value-added tools and accelerators that enhance the service offering. As a trusted Salesforce and MuleSoft partner since 2018, we have successfully implemented cloud-based B2B solutions for multiple clients. Our middleware practice team has carried out assessments and integration projects for clients worldwide across various industries, whether it is retail or manufacturing. We have customized and valuable solutions for you. We facilitate seamless integration and migration implementations and comprehensive managed services to ensure our customers can focus on their core business with a complete peace of mind. Now, as mentioned before, MuleSoft is the leader in the industry when it comes to API integration and microservices, analytics, and business process transformation, including app modernization. They have been leading the space for several years, which speaks volume about their quality of the product, and ever-increasing customer and partner base is the testimony of this fact. So with the combination of MuleSoft and Royal Cyber being the premium business partner of MuleSoft, we help the organizations achieve their strategic goals by learning fast and handle all the pressure challenges, which definitely results into enabling better digital transformation, just as we've talked about and showcased this use case, which is in front of you, which is quite engaging. We've engaged with a couple of products to make sure that you get the best value out of this use case. In a nutshell, you get the best of both worlds, software and services, and the best part is that we can get you up running quickly with our Jumpstart package that I will just share in a few minutes with you. Now, okay, since we are moving towards more or less the last part of our webinar, I hope you've understood what we were trying to deliver, and you can actually talk to us about the challenges that you're facing, and we'll be able to sort of help you with that. But just before we go towards that side, I have an exclusive event offer for you. Now, for those who are attending this webinar, I had come up in fact, Royal Cyber had come up with this exclusive offer that we have 2 packages for you. The first one is the project assessment, which we can offer to you complimentary, in which we will identify the use cases and we'll do a bit of a scoping to understand what your needs are. We will review your integrations and we will review the customization if you have done any. And then from a deliverable perspective, we will give you a documentation that covers a proposed solution, which comes with a complete return on investment, an implementation plan with a strict timelines so that you can certainly get the best value out of it, and of course the implementation cost. And on the other hand, I would like to offer you this jumpstart package that includes, the stakeholder introduction, use case finalization, cadence. We can pick up a pilot use case to implement as, we have done this demonstration to you. Similarly, we can pick up a use case and then we can deliver that, which will cover the documentation, knowledge transfer, covers the overall overarching support and services around it, which will be estimated at, let's say, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery time, and that too will be offered at a discounted price. Now, in order to avail this offer, I'd like you to just sign up with us on an email which says info@royalcyber.com. So you can just send out this information to us and we'll be happy to connect with you right away on your challenges that you are facing and try to solve in a meaningful manner. Okay, now as we are moving towards the last part, I'd like to move forward and open the floor for a question and answer session, because I think we've talked enough about it, and we would be really, really happy if you could share your questions or some of the thoughts that you have that will help us probably better answer your questions. Okay, so I have received a couple of questions. Now, the first question that I have received from an audience is, what specific challenges are commonly faced in B2B integration and how does this solution addresses those? I'd request Heather to step up and answer that. Heather, do you mind answering this question?
Sure. Common challenges in B2B integration include data silos, disparate systems, and legacy infrastructure. Our solution leverages MuleSoft integration capabilities to connect various systems, ensuring seamless data flow and real-time communication. It also supports API-led connectivity, making integration flexible and scalable.
Wonderful. There is another question from the audience. So the question is, we never know in which format our customers' PO will come in, only that they will have PDF files. I think they want to say that there are some PDF files that they will receive as customer POs. How does the RPA works with unknown PO templates?
Yeah, that is a good question. So if we see, for example, we have to define, for example, like we have, like, for example, 10 different formats that our customers can send purchase order. Let me share my screen back. So if we see this intelligent document processing, right? So here we have to, like, for example, we know, like, for example, we have 10 different types of PDFs that we can receive. So we have to upload, like, those 10 different formats, like if those are, like, altogether different formats. If they have all of them having the same fields, then that is easy. But for example, they are, like, totally different types of having structure and, like, different fields. Then, like, we have to define, like, 10 different, for example, we have to define them in some categories. Like, for example, we can, like, for example, we can say, like, overall our customers, for example, are sending us purchase orders in, like, for example, 10 different ways, right? So those 10 different ways we have to like define the templates, like we have to upload 10 different documents over here, and then our IDP will help us extract fields for all of them. We can like manually review, like for example, all the fields have been uh, been uh, been extracted correctly, and we are good. Once like we are good, we can then like expose the APIs for each of those templates, and then those APIs will be available in Exchange, and then we can, for example, we know like for example we have like 10 different categories of purchase orders. All of them like come through like PDF or scanned images from these different vendors. So we have to assign, for example, for each different vendor, we can assign a set of a particular template that it normally follows, and then using the API exposed specifically for that template, we can like interact with IDP from RPA using, for example, first we can use the API to submit that PO, and then we can invoke the get call to retrieve the fields back. But if as you said, like if we don't have like a single template and we have like different, for example, 10 different templates, we have to like define all of them in IDP.
Great, thank you very much. So basically, the conclusion to this is that we'll have to define all the formats for them in order to receive different sort of POs.
Yeah, like for example, if we have like hundreds or like for example 50 vendors, and they say and we say that like those, for example, 50 vendors are sending us like 10 different formats. So we have to like categorize those vendors into the category that they fit, and for them like we have to like define a template um, which can be used. And still, like if there is a vendor which is again like submitting out of those something other than those 10 different templates, then like we can have like a generic uh, service or generic template which can like help us like extract as much information possible from the submitted document as possible, and then we can also assign a reviewer task, so that like we are sure that like we are extracting the information correctly. So so it's not like that like we have to like totally rely on the automation. There are like manual review tasks as well, which will help us to like make sure that like we are extracting all the fields correctly.
Correct, right. So basically, this is very exciting. Yes, of course. So we can also define all of these templates for different vendors, so that at a field level they can actually extract the right information from that. Okay. So moving forward, there is another question from the audience. So how does MuleSoft Partner Manager facilitate seamless integration and compliance with trading partner requirements? I think, Heather, this is for you as well.
Right. So MuleSoft Partner Manager provides a centralized platform to manage B2B transactions and trading partner relationships. It automates data exchange, ensuring compliance with industry standards, and provides visibility into transactions. This helps businesses manage and monitor partner interactions effectively.
Great. Okay. Another one. What are the cost implications of implementing this B2B automation solution, and how does this offers a cost-effective solution?
Right. So implementing our B2B automation solution can lead to significant cost savings by reducing manual labor, minimizing errors, and streamlining operations. While there is an initial investment, the long-term benefit includes lower operational costs, increased productivity, and improved partner relationships.
Okay. Let me see another question. Okay, there is one more. What best practices do you recommend for ensuring data security and compliance in B2B automation?
Right. Best practices for data security and compliance include implementing robust encryption protocols, ensuring API security, regularly auditing systems for vulnerabilities and adhering to industry-specific regulations. Additionally, using MuleSoft security features such as threat protection and secure data handling, we can help safeguard sensitive information and maintain compliance.
That's nice. One last question. I think this is Ramya for you, and the question is, how is the product going to offer the support going forward? Like from a MuleSoft perspective, how is this support going to work? Like from a product perspective?
So there are multiple ways that MuleSoft handholds any partner when they're implementing at a customer's location. We have our dedicated support staff who are always accessible for the partner. We have a huge library of documentation and training material available, both so that the partner can come and help the customer, educate the customer, and also help them to become self-sustained once the partner implements and steps back. We also have a support network. So our MuleSoft community is very strong, and I was a developer myself, so I know that you can always reach out to the community and you will get like experts answering the questions. We also support the partner trying to help the customer to set up a center for enablement so that when the partner steps back from the project and the customer has to take over and start getting a hang of the project, we have the center for enablement, which will guide the customer step by step on what are the next steps, and just helping their staff get trained and handle everything. So MuleSoft product also provides training for all our partners, and our partners are certified. So Royal Cyber, for example, is a CREST partner, which means that they have done the necessary trainings and certifications required to be able to support a customer. So we just ensure every time there is an update, we keep our partners in the loop so that they are always available with the brand new technologies to help the customer. Multiple ways of support.
Great, thank you so much. Another question from the audience, and I think Heather, this is for you also. What is the average time to set up a template in the RPA?
Like we can simply I can show you directly over here. Like we can have a demo right now. So for example, if we go back here and we try to create a new template, right? So we can select purchase order. We can give a name, for example, you. And then we can select our file, which can be like a PDF or PNG. So for example, we can select a PO format like this one that we were using for our demo, and then we can run, and this will trigger the Einstein AI IDP service, and it will extract all the fields that the typical fields that are available, right? So it says like it is able to find all these fields which are mentioned over here from the PO, right? So this way, like it can figure out like what all fields are present, which are typically required for a purchase order, and for example, which fields are present in this template, and which fields, for example, are not found on this document. So this is very quick, right? And we can also like for the fields which are not found, we can also then use Einstein prompts, and we can ask, and we can create some prompts, and we can say like, for example, if there is some field which, for example, which is not there in the standard fields, we can ask it to like, can you find for example, let's consider maybe this is a standard field, but let's assume that this is not a standard field. And we can say like, for example, I want to define a field CGST, which is coming in my template, and I want to extract that field as well, and then it will like extract that field for me as well. So it can extract all the standard fields which it can find on the on our template, and we can also define custom fields. And for example, if that document quality is not good, then we have that like option liberty to like assign a manual reviewer, which can review. For example, when the fields are extracted, it also gives us a percentage that, for example, how confident it is that like the field is extracted properly. So if the reviewer finds that like the some field has like low percentage, then like it can manually like verify that field as well. So this is the advantage of using a reviewer task. And so we can also like add like some, like if you want to like some certain fields, we can have those summation fields as well. And then like once we are confident, like we can publish this template, and then the senders, like for example RPA or any point platform, can invoke these APIs to submit the document. And once we submit the document, then for example if there is a reviewer task that we have defined, then it will go to the reviewer for verification. Otherwise, like for example that reviewer like okay that all fields are reliably extracted, then for example we can invoke the second call, which is a get call to retrieve all the extracted fields. So this is very fast, and like we don't need like a scanner or something to like scan our like documents. Like this is all automated through APIs, which are available in Exchange. So this is a very nice product that fits very well into the overall MuleSoft automation and integration ecosystem.
That's great. So I'll just summarize that, for a generally simple template, it wouldn't take more than 5 minutes, as you've already seen in the demonstration. And maybe for a complex one, another 15-20 minutes, depending upon what sort of purchase orders you have. But thank you very much, Heather. I think this is insightful. You've actually demonstrated it so well here. And I hope this answers the question as well. Okay, so any further questions before we wrap up? And I think we're just entering into, just a couple of minutes away. So I'd like to just, give it another 30 seconds. If there are any questions, so then let's just ask. Otherwise, we will wrap up. But in the meantime, before we say goodbye, I wanted to personally thank our partner MuleSoft, Ramya, for joining in. And we had some of the greatest time, talking about and helping through this. And then Heather also, of course, because obviously, undoubtedly this was an amazing effort on the demonstration. So thank you, both of you. And we'll look forward to collaborate more. But please, audience, at the end of this webinar, there is a short survey. I'd request everybody to fill that survey. That will help us to identify, what new topics we should, bring it to you, as well as, there are some few basic questions, related to this webinar, B2B automation, that can also help us understand your needs as well. So I think there are no more questions. Thank you very much, team, once again, and have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.